Snow.
Here, sir.
Fog.
Here, sir.
Pheasant's holly.
Here, sir.
Trimmed.
Trim, sir.
It looked better last year. Crutch. Crutch. Tiny Tim's crutch.
Here, sir.
Chain.
What?
You heard me. Marley's chain.
Can't find it.
Look harder.
It's not here. Bob, Snow, nightcap, holly crutch. No chain, sir.
What do you mean, no chain? There has always been a chain. They cannot do the Marley scene without the chain.
They could make it up.
What did you say?
Make it up.
Make it up? Where do you think you're a boy? In school? No. People will be paying to see this show. You expect them to pay good money to see them make it up?
Yes, sir.
Pure and utter foolishness, boy. You'll never get to be a stage manager with ideas like that.
I don't want to be a stage manager, sir. I want to be an actor.
Actors? Ha, worthless. The whole lot of them. What do they know? Nothing. Nothing but their lines, if that. It's the stage manager who keeps things running, like a machine.
They're coming, sir.
A perfect machine, perfect order, perfect harmony, perfect balance. You can love a machine. You mind your business and let them mind theirs.
Yes, sir.
Well, why don't you stand there, boy? Are you deaf? They're here.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, for another Christmas Carol, renowned by Charles Dickens, the story of Ebenezer Scrooge.
And his happy nephew, Fred.
The story of Ebenezer Scrooge, as interpreted by our world-famous company of male and female artists, now starring our one and only team of professionals, husband and wife, as the Cratchits, Barb and Martha. Masters of comedy, tragedy, adventure, and romance.
Be careful with that dress. There's no money for another.
The Cratchits will be poorer than ever this year, the famous Christmas dinner scene, with their unforgettable child, Tiny Tim.
Tim?
Where's Tim?
I fired the last one in Venice. He ate the Christmas dinner.
I can do it.
No,
Sir?
never.
Yes, Tiny Tim will be played by our leading professional apprentice, Prop Boy.
Can you act? No, of course not. He's the prop boy.
Well, sir, I can still do the fog and snow. And Tiny Tim only has one line.
Come along, I'll teach you the limp.
Thank you, sir.
You stole my prop boy. It won't work. It will never work.
Before your eyes, the transformation of Ebenezer Scrooge, hunted by the ghost of Christmas past, Christmas present, and Christmas future. Performed to a T by a trio of clowns. They can do anything. Wait till you see what they do to Scrooge.
She's ruining the show. She's giving it all away.
That's because she's generous, my dear, something you wouldn't know anything about.
And when she danced with Mrs. Fezziwig, a positive light appeared to issue from their calves.
And it showed through every move of the dance.
Like moons.
Excellent. The parts they were born to play.
They'll be asking for raises tomorrow.
And let's not forget about Belle.
The fair young girl who...
Turned into a hippo.
The fair young girl.
Now the story of Scrooge all begins with Marley. Marley was dead to begin with, dead as a doornail. He and Scrooge had been business partners for years, but Scrooge was not so dreadfully cut up about that side of it. Scrooge was his sole executor, sole mourner, and sole friend. Yes, Marley was dead, dead as a doornail.
Not so dead as you think. In fact, not dead as all, because there is no chain. No chain, no Marley.
Sir, we are professionals. We can make men fly like birds. We can climb ladders in the air. We can make chains from our imaginations. But yes, Marley was dead, dead as a doornail.
We haven't got a Scrooge.
No Scrooge?
Ma'am, I got a letter. I have a note.
A note?
From Mr. Barton Wingate, ma'am.
Same?
It says,
Dear friends and fellow players, I will no longer be traveling with you in the role of Ebenezer Scrooge, for I have chosen to remain in Zagreb, where I have found great happiness.
Zagreb?
Working with his hands, ma'am, raising potatoes. Potatoes?
Ha! Potatoes and no Scrooge. No dinner, no chain, no Marley, no Scrooge, no play. House lights.
Sir, we are professionals. We can make men fly like birds. We can climb ladders in the air. We can make chains from our imaginations. We certainly can make a simple Scrooge. But he was so tight-spirited at the hand that the grindstone Scrooge.
Nicked his pointed nose,
Shriveled his cheeks,
stiffened his gait,
made his eyes red, and his thin lips blue.
spoke out shrewdly in his grating voice.
How much do I get paid?
Perfect.
Money is paid in one column. Money is received in the other.
I know that. Profits in blackie, losses in red. Well, don't just sit there, Cratchit. Back to work. Sir.
The farm was known as Scrooge and Marley, but Marley was dead, as I have said. But old Scrooge never decided to take out Marley's name.
The budget won't allow it.
The city clocks have just struck 3.
But it's not been light all day. People go wheezing up and down the court, resting, stomping their feet upon the pavement stones to warm them, and beating their hands upon their breasts.
The fog comes pouring in every chink and keyhole.
To work, Mr. Cratchit. I do not pay you to rub your hands.
God rest ye merry
You
gentlemen.
two, out!
Scrooge has a small fire by the side in his room, but mine is so much smaller it looks nothing more than a single coal. He keeps his coal box right next to him, but every time I try to take some...
Out, out, out! Call this 58 a pound. Put that in your ledger book and do not forget it, or I shall subtract it from your salary.
Yes, sir.
And I suppose you'll be wanting the day off tomorrow?
If it is convenient, sir.
It is not convenient and it is not fair.
Yes, sir.
I will tell you what, Mr. Cratchit. I do not make myself merry at Christmas, and I cannot afford to make idle people merry like yourself.
I understand, sir.
God rest ye merry.
Go rest yourself!
Merry Christmas, Uncle.
Christmas, ha.
No, it's Bob.
Ba.
Bob what?
Ba humbug.
Very good. I'm sure you don't mean it. Christmas a humble?
A Merry Christmas and a Merry Christmas and a Merry Christmas. If I could have it my way, every idiot who goes about with Merry Christmas on his lips would be boiled in his own pudding and buried with a stake of holly in his heart.
Merry Christmas, sir.
Merry Christmas.
Tell me, please, which of you is Mr. Scrooge and which is Mr. Marley?
I am Mr. Scrooge. Mr. Marley has been dead these 7 years. He died 7 years ago, this very night. A lot of good Christmas did him. I am Mr. Scrooge. That is my nephew, Fred. And, oh, never mind, I have no time for this.
Uncle.
And what is all this uncle business? Tell me why you came.
Your nephew Fred, sir. Here to ask the pleasure for you to join us at dinner tomorrow. I'd like you to meet my wife. She's a lovely woman, sir.
Humbug again. And what do you want?
At this festive time of year, some of you must attempt to raise a fund for the poor to make some slight provision. What shall I put you down for?
Nothing.
Oh yes, I understand you wish to remain anonymous.
I wish to be left alone.
Uncle.
I don't make myself merry at Christmas, and I cannot afford to make idle people merry at Christmas.
Thousands of those people are in need of common comforts, sir. Hundreds of thousands are in need of common necessities.
Are there no prisons?
Plenty of prisons.
Are there no workhouses?
They are, although I wish they were not.
Good. I am glad to hear that. I support those establishments, and those who are badly off must go there.
Many would rather die.
Then let them do it and decrease the surplus population.
God save you.
Good afternoon.
Merry Christmas, Bob.
Merry Christmas.
And as for you two, talking about a Merry Christmas on 15 shillings a week, a lot of good is done you.
It is all not profit to losses, sir.
One example, if you please.
Christmas time.
Yes, Christmas time. A kind time, a pleasant time, a forgiving time. The only time where I know men and women open their hearts freely, and though it has never put a piece of gold or silver in my pocket, but though it has done me good. So I say, God bless it.
God bless it.
God rest ye merry
Leave me alone, all of you. I will walk up, Traffic.
Merry Christmas, Fred. Deck the halls with boughs of holly. All of the love. Tis the season.
Holly sprigs and berries crackle in the lamp-heated shop windows. Pears and apples piled high in blooming pyramids. Piles of filberts, mossy and brown, oranges, lemons, and almonds.
I'll have my usual dinner at the tavern, alone.
Church bells are calling all the good people to church and chapel, and away they come flocking through the streets.
I'll read all the papers and go over the ledger books. Alone, at last. My streets, my building, my yard, and my gate. It's darker here, but that's okay. I like the dark. It's mine, and it's cheap. The door, I know every inch. The hinge, the latch, the frame, the keyhole, the knocker.
Except tonight it's not.
It's not what?
The knocker.
It's Marley's face. Who did that? Nobody. Of course not. It's all foolishness and humbug. My room, all as it should be. Fire and the grate, pot of gruel on the stove, spoon and bowl ready.
The table?
Nobody under the table.
The chair?
Nobody under the chair.
The closet?
Nobody in the closet. Sit here and eat my gruel. I must have a cold in my head.
And thoughts of Marley's face.
He paces and sits, and paces and sits, and his glance happens to rest on an old bell in the corner, and slowly it begins to ring, softly at first, then louder and louder than every bell in the house.
Then the clanging noise begins deep down below.
Someone's dragging a heavy chain.
The cellar door flies open.
On the floor below.
The chain grows louder and louder. The dying flame leaps up and cries, turning towards his door.
Molly's gone!
No!
Yes, the very same Marley. Very same face, eyes wide open but motionless.
The hairs on his head and the tassels on his boots bristling as if in the heat of an oven. His body transparent. On his head, a wound. And around his middle, the chain.
Ah, there is no chain. I know there is no chain.
Cash boxes, keys, padlocks, ledgers, and deeds. It is the chain I forged in life. Link by link, yard by yard. Do you recognize it?
I do not see it.
You don't believe me. Okay.
I'm doubting my senses because the slightest things could affect them. You might be slight disorder of the stomach, a bit of underdone beef, a blot of mustard, a crumb of cheese, or a fragment of underdone potato. There is more of gravy than of grave about you, whatever you are.
Ah! Do you believe in me or not?
I do not.
Ah! Yes or no?
No.
Ugh. It's getting rather warm in here, isn't it? Come here. Mind taking this for me? My eye?
No.
My jaw?
Leave me alone. Tell me why you came, Chico.
I came for many things.
Well, Can you sit down?
I can.
Then do it. Please.
I cannot rest. I cannot linger. I know no peace, Ebenezer. Nothing but regret.
Because you were always a good man of business, Jacob.
Business? I knew nothing of business. Mankind was my business. Charity, mercy, benevolence were my business. But I didn't see that. I only saw the counting house. So now my spirit is doomed to wander the streets of this earth, watching human suffering but being unable to help. All I see is misery, Ebenezer.
Don't be flattery with me, Jacob. Tell me why you came.
My spirit was supposed to go out among its fellows on this earth and travel far and wide, but I didn't do that. My spirit instead never left the steps of our counting house, and now I am doomed to wander this desolate planet after death. Oh, Ebenezer, weary journeys lie before me.
Marley, you were always a good man of business.
I said I knew nothing of business!
Why did you come here?
I came here to tell you that you have another chance. That you have a chance to escape my fate.
Thank you. You were always a good friend to me, Jacob.
You'll be haunted by 3 ghosts.
Haunted?
Yes?
I think I'd rather not.
Getting rather warm in here, isn't it?
No, I will.
The first will come when the bell strikes 1 tonight. The second, the next night at the same time. And the third, you guessed it, the next night at 1.
Couldn't I have them all 3 at once and get it all over with?
Ah! Negotiating again, Ebenezer! You want business? I will give you business. Behold, your old associates of business, the banker, chained to his safe, the corrupt governments, chained to each other, all lost, all wandering, watching human suffering, but unable to help. That is the power they have lost forever. Ugh! They are the ghosts, yet they are the ones who are haunted. You do not want that fate. Remember what has passed between us, Ebenezer Scrooge. Remember.
I can't go out there. It's not my business. My business is order. I'll stay awake and count the hours so the clock will never strike 1. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. Ha! 1 o'clock and still no spirits. I must have a cold in my head.
Ebenezer! Young Ebenezer.
Who said that?
I am the spirit.
You're not a spirit. You're a bedpost.
Walk with me.
This is woman's hand. You cannot be the spirit.
I am the ghost of Christmas past.
Who's past?
Your past, Ebenezer. Walk with me.
Where are we going?
Through the walls over the city.
What if I fall?
One touch of my hand upon your heart, you will not fall.
Don't do that. Leave me alone.
All right.
Come back here. You made me fall.
No, you did. But you won't fall now. We're walking. Back down the open roads, through the fields, and over the bridge into town. Do you recognize it?
I was a boy here.
And up the road, past the church, the slaves, the boys going home.
I know him. He was a friend of mine. Goodbye.
And up the long drive to the red brick house.
My school.
It is your school. Look at the long row of desks, the bare room. Listen. A mouse behind the paneling, water dripping, and a swinging door opening and shut.
It's deserted. All the boys have gone home for the holidays.
Well, not quite. One solitary child is left.
Where is he? He should have gone home with the others.
He's sitting here reading his favorite books. Robinson Crusoe, Ali Baba and the 40 Thieves. He reads that book when he's lonely. He's especially lonely today. All his friends have gone home.
Don't leave me here. I don't know what to do.
Master Scrooge! Talking to yourself, Master Scrooge? You can't have that, Master Scrooge.
My old schoolmaster. Yes, madam. No, madam.
I can get the old schoolmaster. I could ask Jeannie to stand on her head.
Ali Baba, I've heard all your stories.
Silence, Master Scrooge.
Yes, madam.
Welcome back, Ebenezer. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Robinson Crusoe's parrot. I know you.
Master Scrooge.
Yes, madam.
Were you addressing me, Master Scrooge?
No, madam.
To whom were you speaking, might I ask?
To Ali Baba and Robinson Crusoe's parrot.
Hands out, palms up.
Help me, please.
Too late.
Why didn't you help me?
You never helped us.
You call us idle dreams, idle dreams, idle dreams.
Back to work, boy. Idle dreaming will get you nowhere.
Yes, madam.
You went off to work in the city. Behind.
I was an apprentice here.
Pockets and backing, bosses and red, pockets and backing.
Bosses in red.
And your first Christmas present to yourself was a pocket watch.
Christmas present?
Your first and last.
Oh, 4:30. No more work tonight. Work no more. It's Christmas Eve, Evan. Clear the desks, sweep the floors, deck the halls. Deck the halls.
Still Fezziwig, alive again. There's nothing I would have done for him.
Trim the lamps, build up that fire, right away.
Trimming, sir. I'll have it done in half a minute.
Brilliant, my boy. As merry as a ballroom and twice as beautiful.
I can hang up some holly.
What a great idea! Mrs. Fezziwig, come in and see what our Evan is doing.
Did you hear that? He said, great idea.
Oh, it really doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
He pays you next to nothing.
It's worth it. Think of the pleasure he gives.
On 15 shillings a week, a lot of good that much.
Ebenezer, bring in our guests, please.
Right, the guest. Who were the guests?
A few close friends of Mr. Scrooge, our neighbors in the city, our cousins from the country, some aunts and uncles, brothers and sisters, some distant relations, and a couple of total strangers.
The whole world on Christmas Eve. Oh, all right.
Spirit, did you see me? I did it. I did it. Spirit, wake up. Let's go on. I'm young. I can do anything.
It's very late. There isn't much time left.
But I just danced. You saw me.
Hello, Ebenezer.
Belle. I remember her. Her name was Belle. Will I dance with her again, Spirit? I'll ask her. Would you like to dance, Belle?
Yes, Ebenezer.
Belle?
Yes.
Mr. Fezziwig has raised my salary.
Yes.
20 shillings a week. If I work one more day a week, it will be 35.
Yes.
And by next year, I'll be making 40 shillings a week.
I know that, Ebenezer.
And that means my salary will be doubled.
I know that.
I can buy a house. Not a large one, of course, but large enough. Belle,
Yes.
will you marry me?
No, Ebenezer.
Belle, Spirit, something is wrong. What's wrong, Belle?
You
have a new love.
That's not true. Who told you?
No one told me, Ebenezer. I can see it in your eyes, the restless motion in your face, the way you measure everything by gain and loss.
That's my business, Belle. A man must have a business.
It has replaced me.
No, it hasn't. Spirit, help me. Where is she? You made her disappear.
No, Ebenezer, you did.
I loved her.
But you replaced her.
I asked her to marry me.
You replaced her like you replaced everybody. An extra hour in the counting house became a day, then a month, and a year. Year by year, you replaced everyone with cash boxes, keys, padlocks, ledgers, and deeds, all except for Marley. And then, 7 years ago, this very
I will not
night,
listen.
it was Christmas Eve.
No.
The night Marley died.
Go no further, Spirit.
I saw you, Ebenezer, in your office all alone. Your partner was on the point of death, and you sat there with your list and ledger books. And there you have remained, alone. I do that. I am alone.
Bad dreams. All of you. I must have a cold on my head. I must get some sleep. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Don't mention it.
I must have a little warm milk.
And a little roast goose.
And a succulent pig. White cherry cheek apple, 2 juicy oranges, and a delicious pear.
And 7 long lanes of sausage.
And a pumpkin.
Are you the ghost of Christmas present?
And Christmas presents.
That's a good one.
Which one of you is the ghost of Christmas present?
Today there are millions of us everywhere. We're the biggest and richest of all spirits.
And the smallest and the poorest of the poor.
I don't understand. Are you big or small, rich or poor?
Absolutely.
Stop making riddles. You are supposed to be teaching me. Are you going to teach me or make riddles?
That's right.
Where are we going first?
Everywhere.
First, I said.
Everywhere. And there, and there.
Where are we going first?
Everywhere, I said. In the city where the miner lives and where they ship at sea. Say it 3 times real fast. Ship at sea. Ship at sea.
Ship sets. No.
To the palace of the rich and the kitchens of the poor.
In which order? The city, the mines, or the sea? It is scientifically impossible to be in more than one place at once. One proceeds from one place to another, one state of being to another.
Bob, is that you? Are you home? Bob? Half an hour late coming home from church and it's cold. And Tim without a decent coat.
Bob Cratchit is never on time. I'd give him a piece of my mind.
I must start the gravy and mashed potatoes. Where's my spoon?
It's in your apron pocket. You see, my business is order. Ralph is in blackie, Moss is in red. And all the rest is foolishness and humbug.
Christmas too, he said. He truly believed it. The poor fellow.
But he's not poor at all. Fred's uncle's very, very rich, mother. At least Fred always tells you so.
What of it, my darling? His wealth is no use to him. He won't do anything with it. He won't even make himself comfortable.
Then I have no patience with him.
No, I have no faith. No, I have nothing to say against him. His offenses can carry their own punishment. Think of the pleasant moments he loses with us by not coming to dinner with us.
Think of the dinner he loses.
The dinner. I almost forgot.
Well, if the old fool won't join them, perhaps they would let me.
Delicious.
Oh, Bob, I was afraid.
Afraid on this beautiful Christmas day?
Where's Tim?
He's warming his hands by the fire and trying to take a look at the pudding, I suspect.
How was he this morning?
Good as gold.
Better than gold, I'm sure.
Much better. He gets thoughtful sitting alone so much. He told me coming home from the church that he hoped people would see him because it would warm their hearts on Christmas Day, who made lame beggars walk and blind men see. And I believe he's getting stronger by the day.
Is he, Spirit? Is he?
Oh yes, I'm sure of it.
Tell me the truth, Spirit.
If what you see remains unchanged in the future, the child will die.
Look at this incredible table, Tim. There's the mashed potatoes mashed with incredible vigor, and there's Belinda with her fingers in the applesauce.
Are the places set?
Yes, Mother.
Are the plates dusted?
Yes, Mother. But we're 1 napkin short.
Then you'll have to share with your sister.
I don't want to. She spit it. Did not. Did too.
Children, remember it is Christmas Day.
I'm hungry. Me too.
Me too.
Then, my loved ones, it is time for the goose.
Oh, I have never seen such a goose.
Never, never.
I did it myself. I hope it's not too done.
Oh, it looks delicious.
And now let us say grace.
God bless this dear and loving family. God bless us and keep us safe together.
God bless the world on Christmas Day.
God bless us, everyone.
Oh, Adam.
Milton's performing fair.
No, look, it doesn't dance, it paces.
Does it live in a zoo?
Just guess his mother.
It sits in the chair and growls.
Mother's cocker spaniel.
And eats with a spoon.
A sick pig?
A stuffed goose?
A peg rat? An old goat?
A jackass.
I know, I've got it. It's your Uncle Scrooge.
On the note, and let us drink to your Uncle
Scrooge.
They're drinking to me. I think they like me.
To Mr. Scrooge, the founder of our feast.
The founder of our feast, indeed. If I had him here, I'd give him plenty to feed on, and I hope he'd get his fill.
No, perhaps not.
He's an odious, hard, stingy, unfeeling man. He is, Bob. Nobody knows that better than you.
For my sake, and to the days. May you have a Merry Christmas.
Be very merry, I have no doubt.
I am. I can be.
And now, children, it's time for the plum pudding.
It looks wonderful.
No, you can't do that. Let them be.
But perhaps we could help them. We could help the child.
Can't do that. Can you do it before?
Well, not body, but spirit.
When did you say?
I said when you have told me. We could go anywhere. Anywhere people have not locked the door and shut out the spirit.
What? I can't make it out.
Forgive me, spirits. You seem to be growing older.
Our lives will end at midnight. Can you see them?
Are spirits' lives so short?
In this world, I said, can you see them?
I see them. They're coming.
Who's coming?
The children.
Children? Forgive me, spirits. Those are not children. Their features are twisted and warped, menacing. They're scowling. They're monsters.
They're the children.
Are they yours?
They're everyone's.
They are the children of ignorance and want.
Well, perhaps you could help them. Give them a meal or tell them a joke.
Are there no prisons?
Plenty of prisons.
Are there no workhouses?
Plenty of workhouses. It must be changed in the future. Am I in the presence of the ghost of Christmas yet to come? Will you speak to me? Spirit, I know it is your duty to do me good, however hard it may be for me to understand. Will you speak to me? Very well. Lead on.
6 for the quill, 5 for the ledger books.
I don't know anything about it. I only know he's dead.
When did he die?
Last night, I believe.
Well, what was the matter with him?
God knows. I thought he would never die.
What's he done with all his money?
He hasn't left it to me. That's all I know.
It's likely to be a cheap funeral. I don't know anyone who'll attend.
I don't mind going if lunch is provided.
Soul Scratch finally got it, eh?
So I hear. Cold, isn't it?
Seasonal for Christmas.
Back to work.
Business as usual. See you later.
What are they doing, Spirit? Doesn't anyone feel for that poor man's death? Let's go somewhere else. I don't like it there. I don't think I like it here either.
Your husband walks a little slower than he used to, Mrs. Scratchit.
Yes, I've known to walk with Tim upon his shoulder, very fast indeed. He was very light to carry, so there was no trouble. No trouble. My poor child.
Whenever and however we part, my dear, Neither of us will forget the first parting that there was among us.
You are the future. Can this be changed?
That window I would gladly forget. I'll weep no tears when that one's 6 feet under.
Spirit, who does she mean by that one?
Remember Tim. Remember how patient he was.
Spirit? Spirit.
Door hinges, knockers, and latch.
Let me see those.
25 for the set.
Let me see that.
China bowl with spoon.
Curtains and bedposts. Curtains and bedposts.
25.
Comforter. Comforter.
15.
Top sheet and pillows?
Top sheet and pillows.
8.
Nightcap.
4.
Eyeglasses.
5.
Warts on the right cheek.
A penny apiece.
Open molars.
Gold's filled. 25.
Fingernails.
3.
They're clean.
5. I care too much about the ladies.
Hair.
3.
Tongue.
10.
Jaw.
8.
Liver?
10.
Lungs.
4.
Heart.
Not worth a penny, my friends.
There must have been some part of it that was good.
Yes, thank God. Listen to her.
If there had been, he would have someone to be there when death took him, gasping out his last all alone.
Spirit, I understand demanding play as someone very much like myself. But I will change. I cannot go into this room. My hands are trembling. Spirit, who are you? Will you speak to me? Could it be that you are Ebenezer
Scrooge?
No.
The part of me that locked all others out. Taking a risk. You're not spare penny. The part of me does not look. The part of me that is afraid of making a mistake. The part of me that would not listen.
Of saying the wrong words. Of doing more than I can do.
Of laughing.
Spirits, you pity me, for I will change. I will honor Christmas in my heart. I will live in the past, the present, and the future. My bed. My wonderful bed. Oh, Jacob Marley, heaven at Christmas time be praised. I'm alive. And my nightcap. I love this nightcap. And look at all the people. Look at how they go. And the sky. Oh, it's so clean and fresh, heavenly sky. And the snow. Clean, bright, happy cold for the blood to dance to. You boy, hello there.
Hello, sir.
Tell me, what day is today?
What?
What day is it today?
Today is Christmas Day.
It's Christmas Day. The spirits, they've done it all in one night. He's alive, and I'm alive. Yeah, tell me, boy, do you know the poultry shop down at the corner?
Yes, sir.
How wonderful. And wonderful he does not know who I am. Do you know if they've sold the price turkey yet? Not the small one, the big price turkey.
The one as big as me?
Oh, yes, it's such a delight you are to talk to. Yes, that one.
It's there now, sir.
Wonderful. Go in by 2. By 3. Bring them to a family. Name of Cratchit. Do you know them?
Know them, of course. They're my...
Not another word, my boy. Hurry now.
Thank you, sir.
Quickly now. And go and take a cab today and tomorrow, too.
Thank you, sir.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you, sir.
Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy New Year to the world. Oh, I'd give anything to see the look on Bob Cratchit's face. Oh, that laugh. What a prize when you laugh. A laugh as big as a turkey. But I'm out of practice. Oh, I'll be a father to a long line of illustrious laughs. What was I doing? Oh, yes, I must dress and shave. Or should I shave and dress? Oh, what does it matter? I'll dance and dress and shave. It's Christmas Day. And I'll go out. And oh, this knocker. Oh, what a wonderful knocker. And such an honest expression it has on its face. And I shall wish a Merry Christmas to everybody I see.
And so he did. He was so irresistibly pleasant that 3 or 4 good-natured people walked up to him and said,
Good morning, sir.
Merry Christmas to you, madam. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Please forgive me.
I beg your pardon?
Allow me to beg your pardon. For you were in my office yesterday, and you asked, is that a Mr. Scrooge or a Mr. Marley?
Oh, yes, senor, Mr.
I fear the name might not be pleasant to you. You were collecting contributions for the poor. I'd like to give something now. Something along the lines of...
How wonderful. I don't know what to say.
Don't say another word. Come see me in my office.
But are you Mr. Marley and Mr. Scrooge?
I am Mr. Scrooge. Ebenezer Scrooge.
And for the first time, he liked the sound of his name in his own ears.
Scrooge. Ebenezer Scrooge.
Later that afternoon, his steps turned towards his nephew's house.
Yes?
Is your husband home?
Yes, he is. Fred, who shall says calling?
You don't say. That's the game, isn't it? Who is... Who growls and paces and sits? It's your Uncle Scrooge. Will you let me in? I've come for dinner.
Let him in. It's a wonder you didn't shake his hand off. They were home within 5 minutes and had a wonderful party, wonderful games, wonderful evening, wonderful happenings.
Sultan's performing bear on the nose.
Yes, you're very good.
Have a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Good afternoon.
The next morning, Scrooge showed up to the office early, very early. He was hoping that Bob Cratchit would come in late. That is what he set his heart upon.
9 o'clock, and still no Bob. Wonderful. And it's now 1/4 past.
Very sorry, sir, I'm late.
I should say you are.
It's only once a year, sir. It will not happen again.
And I should see that it won't. I will not stand for this type of behavior anymore, Mr. Cratchit. Therefore, I'm about to raise your salary.
No, sir, please don't, Raise my salary? Did you say raise my salary?
Bob reached for a ruler, and for a second he thought he would have to knock Scrooge down and call for a straitjacket.
You heard me. I will raise your salary and help your family. Come, let's discuss everything, and don't do another thing, Bob Cratchit. Don't dot another I. We'll celebrate over a bowl of Christmas punch, and have a Merry Christmas.
And so he did. He did it all and infinitely more.
And to Tiny Tim, who did not die, was a second father.
He became as good a friend
And as good a man.
as the good old city knew.
And it was always said of him that he knew how to keep Christmas well.
And his own heart laughed, and he was perfectly okay with that.
And so as Tiny Tim observed,
God bless us, everyone.